Hi there. Today is Saturday, December 10th, making this the week 49 Create Brilliance update. Wow. I'm your host, Jennifer Vanderbeek of scrapsoflife.com. And welcome. Welcome, welcome. I've been saying welcome a lot. Um, because I just finished my fourth shift in 3 days. Yes, this is me acclimating to retail during the holiday season. So we had Victorian Christmas this week, and that meant 2 evenings. I mean, and we're not talking long. What's the word? I just said it. Periods of time that I'm at work. Um, shifts. Oh, there we go. We're talking like 3 hours at a time, but three very busy hours, especially last night. Yeah, it was. We thought Thursday seemed busy, even though we had like some lulls and stuff. Friday was just going, 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 and the big news is that I did finish my Victorian costume. I finished the skirt early, and I said, okay, I've got 2 days. Sure, I can make a top. Probably would have been better served by sleeping, but I'm a little extra. I gotta do that. And so yeah, I kind of burned the midnight oil, or more like the 3 a.m. oil, for those 2 nights. And I finished sewing on. I mean, there were buttons on the outside, but I did not do buttonholes. No, I sewed on snaps. Now, should I want to go back and put in the buttonholes, the plackets, I can switch the plackets to where I can add the buttonholes and everything will be fine. But yeah, so I sewed the last snap on at 4:40 on Thursday afternoon, and I needed to be at work dressed and everything at 6 o'clock. And I knew parking was going to be bad. So I knew I needed to leave early. And parking was not only bad, it was horrible. And I ended up having to park like, well, I mean, I halfway back to the house. So it's like 4 or 5 blocks. Fortunately, it was, the weather was not horrible. It's been muggy. Right now, the weather is still like flat gray, overcast, and while Thursday it was warm, today it's not really hot. It's just like that mist is hanging in the air. It like desperately needs to rain, wants to rain, but it just can't quite get there. And so, yeah, so that was Friday. I did a much better job of securing a closer parking spot, for which my tired tootsies are grateful. And then today was just a regular Saturday. Um, Consequently, most of what I have done this week is work on that costume. And did it turn out exactly how I wanted? No. Am I still happy that I did it? Absolutely. Will it help me the next time I go to make something like this? And I have a better idea of what needs to be done and how to do it. Absolutely. And oh, there was another question I was going to pose. Oh, and did it help that I have had previous experience assembling clothes, both for myself, for like miniatures, for for dolls and things like that? Abso-freaking-lutely, because while I was using historic pattern drafting techniques, I those did not come with really assembly instructions. I think they kind of expected you to know, after it was all laid out, what went where. So, not something I would suggest for beginner sewers, but yeah, for those of you who have a little a little experience with that, sure. If you're feeling froggy, jump into that Library of Congress scan of the Keystone method of pattern drafting for ladies' garments. Abso-freaking-lutely. Um, oh, consequently, I am exhausted. And I'm pretty sure that I have mentioned Brilliance being exhausting in the past, so we're not going to go there. But I do want to say I did work on some other stuff on my Twitch streams. I was able to finish the artwork itself for the Christmas cactus art that I'm working on. Granted, it's almost Christmas. I mean, we're 20. we're 21 days from the end of the year. It's not really, there's not going to be really time for it to be Christmas cactus, but there's Easter cactus, and it's not overall Christmassy. It's just Christmas cactus was what popped into my head, so that's where I went. Um, no, instead, what I want to talk about today, but yeah, having gotten that art done and the costuming and stuff, what I want to talk about today is Brilliance is a little extra. So I know full well that in insisting that I try and draft and construct this shirtwaist garment in 2 days, when I was going to be working and streaming and needed to sleep at some point, I knew that was a bit foolhardy. I knew that was going to take a lot of extra time and that I was going to be exhausted. I still didn't think it was going to be quite that close to the wire. I mean, I joked to myself that it would be, but I didn't really think so. Well, yeah, this is me figuring out that, yeah, more truth than fiction in that one. Um, but it was because I feel like going the extra mile sometimes for other people, and sometimes for myself. Now, when it comes to going the extra mile for other people, I feel like it's important to know when that's going to really be appropriate or not, because you can go the extra mile for everyone out there, but you're going to end up running out of steam yourself really quickly, and you're going to have nothing left over. So I'm really careful these days. I'm much better about knowing who is worth the time investment and going that extra mile of doing that extra thing. And that list is a pretty short list these days. Occasionally people drop off, new people get added, but yeah, overall, yeah, it's a short list because I know my limitations. I know my bandwidth amount. I know how many spoons I have on a given day, however you want to phrase it. I know what I can and can't do, usually. But when it comes to being extra for myself, going the extra mile, I actually don't do that as often as maybe I could or should. After all, who better to go that extra mile for than ourselves? And what better reason to take those extra leaps and extra steps than for our own goals and aims? So while I put most things aside this week so that I could get that costume done, um, it wasn't it wasn't it wasn't uncalled for. I deserve to do that for myself. I hadn't really done any costuming in a while, not that heavily at least. And it felt good to make something for myself, even if it was just to wear for 2 nights. Granted, I have it. It'll be great for next year too, although I am hoping to make a better, different outfit for next year. But, that'll be a backup or a different, wear one day and the one the next. It's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with having options. But that being said, sometimes I need to remind myself, I think, that going the extra mile for myself, being extra just because I want to be, just because that's what I feel like being, is worth a lot of time and attention. It's like, okay, I could do this bare minimum, and often, sometimes that's all we've got in us is the bare minimum or the regular amount. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We do what we can as we can. But when the opportunities present themselves and we can go that extra, go that extra mile, yeah, I think we owe it to ourselves a lot of the time, more times than we do, to do that. So I'm going to keep that in mind as I go through this next week. Try and get back on track. Not try. No, I am getting back on. I am back on track. We're not making this future. We are making this now. I am back on track with getting book 4 taken care of, getting those edits done, securing, getting some beta readers' eyes on it so that I can get that book out this month, hopefully. I got 21 days. It might be cutting it close, but we'll do our best. And I will go that extra mile for myself if and when necessary. Um, but yeah, for you, I hope you're doing well. I hope your weather is better than mine right now because it's really sucky outside. And the fact that I have been working so much and being like on for people so much in the last few days, I am exhausted. I am going to be extra careful with myself for the rest of the weekend and allow myself to rest and kind of recharge while also getting back in the groove for everything else I need to be doing. Get my ducks in rows instead of quacking all over the place. But for you, not only do I hope your weather is better than mine, I hope you're doing extra for yourself right now because this can be a hard time of year. It can be. There's a lot more stress because of work, family, friend, church, whatever groups you're in, the obligations can be high. Because everybody wants to celebrate and everybody wants a piece of your time. And they all, I mean, in general, they have the best of intentions. They're trying to, be happy and merry and all of that stuff. But sometimes it can take a toll. Or if you're separated from family, friends, community groups, if you are dealing with difficult family situations, maybe your family wants to celebrate, but you're not really comfortable being there and doing that. But you're there because of a sense of obligation or not wanting to make waves. Trust me, I've been there, done that. Don't wear t-shirts, but we can complete the phrase. But yeah, it can be hard. And so go that extra mile for yourself. Do the things that are going to help you through this time. Try and find some time to be creative. Somebody came into the shop a few days ago and said, "Oh, people say, oh, you're so creative, you're so creative." And she's like, "No, I'm not really. I mean, I follow other people's patterns. I use other people's recipes." And I'm like, "Hold on. You're still creative. You're still doing the things. You're still creating the stuff. You're still spending your time and energy on it. That counts." And I want y'all to remember too that, even if no matter how big or small the item is, whether you're cooking a simple meal or an elaborate one, whether you are making the effort to send out cards or wrap a gift or hand make something large or small. Sometimes the smaller ones are harder. Size does not necessarily indicate difficulty. Yeah, remember that you're being creative. Give yourself credit for that. Don't let other people, don't give that away to other people when you've put your time and energy into it, no matter how much or how little that might be. Give yourself credit for it. Pat yourself on the back and acknowledge that you are a wonderful creative being. Take care of yourself. If you have the bandwidth, take care of those around you that you want to. And as always, I hope you will never be afraid to show the world your brilliance. Until next time.